Here are the answers to the warm-ups for April 24th. It says plot the points and write the slope for a line that goes through those points. So what we're trying to find is if you wrote the linear equation, the value of m, of course, is the same thing as the slope. So if I plot the points of 2, 5, let's say about here, and 5, 1, here's the line, but I just need the slope of it. It doesn't matter where I am on the line. I just need 2 points, happen to give you those two, to get that slope. So I'll make my slope triangle. I'm going to measure the height of that triangle, which the height refers to the change in the y values. So if I look at the y coordinates from 5 to 1, there's a change of 4 units. And then along the x-axis, the change is 3 units, and you use those numbers 4 over 3, always the height over the width, to get your slope. The only catch to this is that because it's a decreasing association or a negative association, we need to have a negative value. So negative 4/3 is our slope. Number 2, looking to simplify the exponents. So if I do this the long way, 3 to the 5th means you're multiplying 3 a total of 5 times, times 3 to the 2nd, and you look to see how many 3's have been multiplied, and there are 7 of them. So the shortcut is just to add your exponents. Here we have parentheses, which means grouping symbols. So you do 3 to the 4th power, and there are 3 groups of them. So this is one group times, and there's your second group, and this would be the third group. So in all, we've multiplied 3 a total of 12 times. And of course, the shortcut is just to multiply the exponents. And lastly, we have a division one. So if I do 5 to the 7th, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I divide it by 5 to the 3rd power, I'm going to look for any giant ones, which I see 3 of them. Again, the giant 1 doesn't mean the value becomes 0. It means the values are 1. So on the bottom, I have 1 times 1 times 1. And the top, I have 1 times 1 times 1 times all of this. But times 1 doesn't change your value. So all I have to do is focus on this right here, which means 5 to the 4th power. And just like if you had a fraction of 10 over 1, that's the same thing as the number 10. Here, if you have 5 to the 4th over 1, that's the same thing as 5 to the 4th power. And lastly, how many degrees is the value of x? That would be this one right here. And our triangle, or any Euclidean triangle, has 3 interior angles that add up to 180 degrees. So some value, actually you won't use x there, maybe I'll use y for this one. Y plus 90 plus 46 is going to have to equal 180 degrees. So I'm going to combine like terms. Y plus 136 equals 180. Subtract 136 from both sides, and I get y, which is this angle, is going to equal 44. So now that I know that y is 44 degrees, I can double check to make sure this works out. So I'm going to take 44 plus 90 plus 46, and it gives me 180 degrees. But I want to know how big the angle of x is. Fortunately, this is a straight line, and these two angles that make the straight line also have to add up to 180 degrees. So x plus 44, so x plus 44 has to equal 180. So I just subtract 44 to solve for x. So 180 minus 44 is 136 degrees, and that's the answer. The shortcut is these two interior angles that are not next to this always add up to the exterior. So 90 plus 46 would give me the 136 right away.